This month, we're talking about being stuck in our relationships, and it just happens. There are different kinds of stuckness, and I'm breaking down 4 different places I see people get stuck and actions you can take in those spots. So let's talk about emotional stuckness today. This can happen in particular when something big has happened. There's been a traumatic event in a relationship, like a betrayal or a breakup. It can also happen when you've been in a circumstance for a really long time of being neglected, not being connected. So then you feel emotionally stuck. You can't move on. You can't internally move on from this point in time. You may not be talking to anybody about it. You might be telling the wrong people. But what you need often is an empathetic witness. You need a person who can listen and validate you. When we feel heard, when we feel validated, after that has happened for a little while and we're like, they get it, then we're able to move forward. But we can get really stuck if we don't get that. And you may just need an empathetic witness. Where can you go get that person who's going to listen, not share stories of their own life, not give you advice, not have their own agenda, but really be able to hear you and validate you? A friend you haven't reached out to yet, a family member, maybe even a professional, a coach or a therapist, so that you can feel heard and you can get yourself unstuck and moving forward. We have a problem in our relationship and we have no idea how to solve it. And I'm going to suggest that that's normal. We weren't born knowing how to do relationships, even though we act like that. We act like we're supposed to know. Like we have an operating system up here that was downloaded for us and that we're just supposed to automatically figure it out. But it's just like anything. You learn. You learn what to do. You go find a resource, something that teaches you what to do in this exact situation. It's just like, a doctor goes to school to learn how to do it. We don't expect someone to walk into an operating room and know how to do it, know how to perform a surgery. So you need to be okay with that. It's no big deal. And go find a guide for your particular problem, what you're dealing with. I promise you, there's someone out there teaching about it. There are podcasts, there are books, there are resources, there are persons to follow, there are therapists, there are coaches. Someone can help you with this exact problem. You just have to realize that it's okay that you don't know. You can go find what you need, and that's your action. Go seek the answer to your question. I promise it exists. A very common place to get stuck is in the learning phase. I'll have someone come to me and they'll say, oh my gosh, Stacy, I found out that I'm codependent. I found a list of codependent behaviors and I'm in every single one of them. So I've been reading books and listening to podcasts and I'm just blowing my mind and I'm having breakthroughs and ahas and I can't even believe it. Everything makes so much sense now. And then when I ask, this is awesome. How are you guys doing? Oh, nothing has changed. It's terrible. It's just like it always was, but we're codependent. The problem there is that you have to exit the learning phase and start the doing phase. You have to take the things that you're reading about and you're hearing about, and you have to actually use those strategies in the relationship or nothing will change. It's so seductive to stay in the learning phase because it feels really good to finally understand what's happening. But you have to get to doing if you want to make changes. And it's an easy place to get stuck. So if that's you and you are learning so much, but nothing's changing, it might be time for you to get out there and try something. Go do something. Put something to the test and see if that's what you need to get yourself unstuck. We found the answer to our problem, and now we're trying this. And we've been trying for a long time, and it's not working. And I'm going to suggest that you stop doing that because it's not working. And just because it's the first thing you tried doesn't mean it's going to be the thing that works. Do you remember Dr. Phil and how he would say to people, how's that working for you? It's the same thing right now. If it's not working, it might not be the answer. Even if like a really famous relationshipy person told you that that's the answer. It may not be the answer for you. Relationships have to be constantly in edit. The good ones always are. We're trying things, seeing if it works. If it does, awesome. We keep it until it doesn't. And if it doesn't, right away, get rid of it or edit. It's no big deal. It doesn't have to work perfect right out of the gate. So if you have tried this thing and you keep trying and you keep trying and you keep trying and it's not working and you're feeling really stuck, it's time for a new strategy. Find something else to do and see if that is the answer that you may be looking for. If you want to make sure you never miss one of these videos, you can go to stacyrocklein.com and sign up for our 10-minute time in. You'll get our monthly theme, the 4 short videos with the actions you can start taking right now to get closer to the people that you love.